Stay with me. Hello, everybody.
Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Persona 5. Is it the best Persona game? Who knows? It's an opinion, who knows? But we're going to be talking about it. Today we're going to be discussing the period of time inside Nijima's palace, Shido's palace, the final palace of Persona 5, and Maruki's palace. The final palace in Persona 5 Royal. So I feel like we should start off with Sai Nijima's palace. And to really talk about Sai Nijima's palace, should we talk about Akechi during Shido's palace or Sai's palace?
I think Shido's palace is more fitting because we see. We'll talk about him briefly. We'll talk about him briefly.
Yeah.
Well, the main things with him.
Okay. Anyway, Sai Nijima's palace, I would probably say generally is my favorite palace in the game, because
I agree.
Well, at least base Persona 5. Because I really like how good the palace looks. First of all, the music is really good. The villain actually isn't really a villain. Sai Nijima is the most corrupted villain out of all of them, yet it's hard to really call her a villain. And the reason I say she's the most corrupted one is because she is the only one who isn't necessarily evil, but she's just trying to win and is willing to do bad things for it. So yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry. Okay, but I'm sorry. I was listening to the OST. Say's got to be like one of the best palaces. I really love the gambling aesthetic of it. It really just goes to show how easy she's been broken. Also, like how the law has changed them. Also, during this, like, Say has been like built up, and just I gotta say, that had to be one of the biggest payoffs. Say's palace of like everything finally coming together. That had to be one of the biggest payoffs of all time. That shit was actually insane. Like, having everything come together, Akechi, the person who's been against you the whole entire time, finally together. Also, let's talk about Akechi a little. Gotta say, having Akechi's morals and shit, like, he's a genuine Chad. Putting aside his, like, time and shit, like, he is definitely a Chad. Like, his whole entire build-up was, like, him finally working with the Phantom Thieves was so cool. And he was just... dude, I love Akechi. His whole entire art style, his persona, how he stumbled upon it. The one thing that I do find weird is, like, how the hell did Akechi, how did Akechi be, like, how did he get to the palace originally? Like, I'm so confused about that, because, like, he says that, like, he entered it by chance, which is kind of funky, not gonna lie.
I feel... Well, you also have to remember Morgana was able to enter palaces without the Metaverse app.
That is true.
So, he probably has, like, some... like, his persona ability probably... Not persona ability, but, like,
there's some really shady shit with Akechi, I will admit that. Like, he is really shady at times. But I'm glad that he, like, put aside, like, it, and he worked with Phantom Thieves. And the whole entire motive...
Oh, is anything going on?
You get paid money? I'll start less. Zero. Sorry about that. But you there?
Yeah, I'm
there. But yeah, Akechi as a whole is like one funky dude. Like, I really love Akechi's his morals in the scene where he fucking like eats it. Like he has so much balls, it's incredible. It really is incredible.
One of my favorite things about Akechi is like the fact that he kind of showed that he was better and a bit smarter than the rest of the cast, because sometimes they just be in a rut and he just fix everything. And I liked how the rest of the Phantom Thieves would kind of talk about him and get a little bit jealous, even about him.
Yeah.
And
it was like the jack of all trades.
It kind of set him up as like Joker's parallel, because before then, Joker was kind of that jack of all trades because he was the one pulling all the strings and he was the leader and stuff. But even though Akechi was technically being led by Joker, he would kind of make his own decisions, his own deductions, and I feel like that's some really good foreshadowing, I'd say.
Foreshadowing for what?
Foreshadowing to Shido's palace, which I don't think we'll get to that just yet because we've only talked about this for like 6 minutes. But
I don't really know, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Akechi hasn't had any foreshadowing. I've seen that. I don't know what you're talking about. Like I don't know. Like, okay. So the thing about Joshua is he believes in every conspiracy known. So you gotta bear with him.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You believe that the world is flat.
I believe the world is an oval, and the government is peeing in us as babies.
Exactly. That's why Black Lives Matter was a movement. Black Lives Matter wasn't to bring people together. It was so that the government can piss in us more. Please don't cancel me for saying this stupid joke. Well, anyways, though. So say, honestly, the boss fight with... Okay, well, I'm trying to stumble, like, where to put what to say with say. Like, say with say. Say... Really? Like, the foreshadowing her sense of justice being completely corrupted because their dad died and she had to take care of Makoto, it really just goes to show how responsible she was. And I fucking love that.
And she kind of got, like, corrupted by the system to the point where, like, she was like, I will win any trial. It doesn't matter if, like, even if I know that the person is innocent, based on deductions, I will still win. I will crush people who are weak, because she's that dedicated into her job. And I feel like part of it is actually maybe because she wants to... I wouldn't say she wants to provide for Makoto, but she just wants to be successful and she knows how.
She's a fucking... Yeah, she's insane. She's a dom, 100%.
I don't want to talk about that, but...
Okay, but anyways, so yeah, and finally like, getting to see her and her that I want her to step on my fucking cock.
Oh my god, yo.
Wait, can you blame me? Her shadow form is amazing.
Yeah, but I don't want that because it would kind of hurt.
I mean, yeah, but like
it wouldn't really be sexy because I'm not in defeat or pain.
Stay with me. Okay, but yeah, the whole entire boss fight with Akechi. Oh, not Akechi, sorry, Sei. Well, Akechi was a part of it.
Well, yeah, Akechi fought her, but
yeah, Akechi.
One thing I wish they did more. Well, actually, no, they did do this, but like, Makoto like would talk to her sister and be like, "Sis, I miss you," and or not "Sis, I miss you," but like she would like talk to her shadow form. And you could kind of tell she was getting worked up, and then, like, Akechi calmed her down a bit. But that was one thing I remember that I generally forget a lot. But one thing I remember is, like, Makoto and Sai, like, you know, they're siblings. So Makoto has, like, a stronger reaction and a stronger connection to this palace. And, in fact, part of the reason she joined the Phantom Thieves, or at least stayed with the Phantom Thieves, was to take down her sister. Yeah. She directly says this when Akechi says that they're at an ultimatum where he'll help them out, but it has to be their last mission.
Yeah. It was really touching, and the final payout, when all of the sudden everything goes to shit, and then you see like police are coming, just holy shit. I gotta say though, this whole entire build-up was pretty incredible. I was in shock. Like I was so fucking pumped to see what happened next, because like there's so many shadows that were popping off and shit, like in the world, and it was like it was fucking batshit insane. And that whole entire scene when we finally get to take place in the shit that happened at the very beginning, when we're all caught up, and we're now trying to leave, get out of there. Like, oh, that was insane. I love that. Persona has such good storytelling. I wish more games were like Persona.
Yeah, another thing I'd like to discuss is like when Joker died. So.
Oh yeah.
So
let's put up. Wait, hold on. Let's talk about that. So once he gets kidnapped, well, not kidnapped, but once he goes to jail, after Say is done interrogating you, she leaves, and then some dude who we're quite familiar with shows up. Say, however, like I really like during this though, Joker was like, "Oh, give her my phone, give her the phone." Shit, it was like going back and seeing everything like take place of like all the scenes that were cut out, and then rewatching it because I'm rewatching it because it's on the PlayStation 4. I'm currently done with Shido's Palace, and now I need to move on to God. Oh, but that's spoiler. We don't talk about that yet. Honestly, I just like seeing the scenes were intentionally cut out, because like if you go back and play it or wonder, like you'll see like, oh shit, this scene was cut out because you have flashbacks to properties of your memory, and you're confused on everything that happens. Then all of a sudden, like, she leaves. She's out because she needs to get out because her time with you is up. And so you see Akechi walking down the hallway, smug as ever, and you're wondering like, oh, it's Akechi, he's gonna get me out. Oh wait, he sees the police officer and he's like, oh, hey police officer. He takes the fucking gun away from him and shoots him in the heart. And then Akechi is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Oh yeah, this is case closed. This is where your justice ends, and he shoots you in the back of the fucking head.
No,
well, not the back of the head, front. Which is
Here's one thing I thought about. What if Joker actually died, and the rest of the Phantom Thieves had to carry out the mission to stop Shido?
But yeah, that would have been a cool alternative.
Yeah, that would be cool. Cause like, who would be the one to take the shoes?
Ryuji, 100% Ryuji.
Yeah, that would be interesting if Ryuji
would have became best boy, undeniable. But you see, people are fucking retarded, and they still think that Ryuji isn't the best Persona character of all time. But that would have shown them, because that would have been an interesting concept. Honestly, Ryuji is like Aigis.
Ryuji is like Aigis. In what way?
As in, Aigis is a really good character. But, you know, the difference between Ryuji and Aigis is that he was actually a good character in the alternate or the updated version of their game, unlike Persona 3 Fast, which is just dog shit.
Well, Aigis wasn't the problem.
Oh, no, there was a lot of other problems. Yeah. And, no, okay, I'm not going to go into the ending.
Let's not get into that.
Even though I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching this knows, but
yeah. Anyway, I thought the twist where like
was
they're
really
like,
good.
well, Joker didn't actually die. He convinced Takeshi that he did die by.
But I have to say this though. I have to say this. Unlike in Persona 4 and Persona 3 and like most games, there's like, this was all incredibly lucky. I love how once he escapes, they go into detail about like everything that happened and actually makes sense. And I fucking love that because they tricked that bastard. And it feels so satisfying to watch.
I'm about to say a hot take, but people say that scene's confusing. I don't understand how. It was honestly pretty simple to understand. Like
Yeah,
they knew
people
that
are
it.
just retarded.
No, that's not it. Let's not jump to that. But basically, they knew that Akechi was going to double cross them, and they basically prepared that by giving Joker the phone, handing it to Sai, and switching the metaverse by, I guess, setting a certain widget on our phone, which is definitely an Android, because there's no way that I guess would go through all that trouble doing that on an iPhone, because that'd be too difficult. Also, they're in Japan, so they don't really use iPhones in Japan. But I don't know why I went off on that tangent, but yeah. Honestly, it was pretty simple in my opinion. My only thing is, like, how did Futaba code the app? So I don't know. I don't code, but like, how would Futaba code the app to activate Metaverse? Because it's not something like Google Chrome where you can have a timer, where you can somehow code a timer to search a specific thing. Like, that probably doesn't have that sort of widget.
I think it's because of her persona. That's the best way I can really put it.
I think it's just because of her genius. She probably figured out a way that I don't know, because I don't code at all. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But
hold on, Kyle.
okay, guys, we're back, and sorry for
Are
that.
back, baby.
Yeah, but I feel like we said enough on Sai's Palace, and we should move on to Shido's Palace, where we can really talk.
I have a shit ton to say about Shido. You better put the fucking arc.
First, I want to talk about Akechi. I want to talk about Akechi first, personally.
You better put on the arc.
Arc. Yeah, I want to talk about Akechi first, though.
No, you better put on arc over this. Like, I don't care. Like, when you're putting on music and shit.
I already picked some music. I'll see if I can get arc in though.
No, you're putting arc in this because that's only fitting. Because I got a shit I want to say about arc.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Akechi first now. So, I really like Akechi's character.
Fuck yeah.
He's like one of my favorite characters in Persona 5 because just the way, I feel like he's a lot more complex than the other characters, to where he's not necessarily like a sympathetical villain. Well, actually he is, but like it depends on how sympathetic you are. If you're not sympathetic, you're not gonna like Akechi, but if you are, you will be able to understand Akechi. And I feel like that's really cool because, like, he's a completely different villain to two different people based on their morals. And I'm not saying, like, oh, if you don't like Akechi, you're a bad person, or you can't understand anything. But, like, I'm just saying, like, two different people are going to be like, oh, Akechi... Alright, gotta pause. Alright, we're back. But anyway, I feel like a lot of people, like, will look at Akechi and be like, wow, what a shitbag. I hope he burns in hell after he dies. But some people will be like, oh my god, I feel so bad for Akechi. And
yeah.
I feel like
honestly,
that makes it really effective. I think makes him really effective as a villain, because part of you will, some people will look at his backstory and be like, oh, that's so unfortunate. But some people will be like, okay, he's still a piece of shit.
Okay, but no, I feel like, yeah, honestly, Akechi is the definition of character with duality. Like, he at the end of the day, because he could have been so much more. He could have been one of the greatest, like, he could have been one of the greatest team members and one of, like, the best boys of all time. Well, he is still one of the best boys of all time. But he could have been the greatest Phantom Thief, and he could have changed into a hero. And in his dying breath, because you confront him, spoiler alert, he dies because the shadow version of him kills him, shoots him right in the back of the head, and he shoots the escape pod so that everybody else is able to escape. which honestly I found really fucking stupid because I know damn well Akechi's death. The thing that really pisses me off is Akechi's been able to survive so much shit, but yet a shadow version of a gun.
Okay, here's my thing about Persona. Guns in Persona are
Are
so
so
weird
inconsistent.
because in
Inconsistent
Persona
as fuck.
3, like a person named Takaya shot somebody in one shot they died. Then you actually fight Takaya, he shoots you and it does like 70 damage or something.
Yeah. It's fucking stupid.
Like, I can understand why guns aren't gonna insta kill you in battle because that would just be so stupid and it would make guns incredibly overpowered. But if you're gonna make it where guns don't kill you in battle, I feel like you need to double down on that and make guns not that powerful. Like,
Yeah.
like for example, in JoJo, guns are kind of useless because I can't think of a time where somebody just used a gun without like a standard, some sort of enhanced ability to just shoot somebody to death, just a gun. But I feel like Persona should do that, where a single shot isn't gonna kill somebody, but somebody like using their persona and shooting them or doing something else can kill them. I feel like that would be a lot smarter than just shoot, he dead. But
Yeah.
anyway, about his death, I feel like
His death was undeserved as fuck. I am actually pissed because the Phantom Thieves didn't do shit. They were like, "Oh,
well, they
they
couldn't really do anything because
They could have like fucking. The thing that pisses me off is that the game like sometimes the game is so fucking unrealistic. Like when the man is talking shit, like why are you talking to a shadow? Your friend who has changed his ways and was going to become one of the. But actually, at the same time, though, I feel like he just noticed like the guilt of like what he has done, and I feel like that's the reason why because he could have killed the shadow, but I feel like his guilt consumed him. And like,
no. Here's the thing: it wasn't the shadow. It wasn't the cognitive form of Akechi that killed him, because he killed the cognitive form of Akechi. What killed him was the shadows in the back. That's what killed him. The shadows in the back that ganged up on him because. Like,
that's true.
Here's the thing.
And
I can
also
understand. I honestly don't think it's realistic. It's unrealistic, because let's talk about this. They just got out of a fight with Akechi. Like, sure, you can say, well, I had like full health and everything after that, so I could have taken it. But like, in plot, like in an actual plot, in an actual story, if you're in a fight with a very powerful foe, which he is described to be very powerful, then you're not gonna be able to just fight somebody who comes to harm you then. And Akechi couldn't do anything because he was injured. He would pretty much, if they left him there, he would just have to like crawl back or something. He wasn't about to just walk back like normal.
Yeah, so it would have been. But at the same time, the Phantom Thieves could have done that. The Phantom Thieves wouldn't mind taking Akechi back. They wouldn't. They really wouldn't.
Here's my thing. Would it be smart for them to do that? Because what if Akechi just shot them anyway? What if Akechi just killed them anyway? Let's just make it.
I mean, obviously they would still be suspicious of him, but I feel like, because at that point in time, like, I feel like it wouldn't have been too out of the ordinary after they beat his ass and they finally get to understand why he was doing everything, so they could get back on the man who ruined his life and killed his mother and did like so much shit. I feel like it's not that out of the blue.
I feel like
for him.
I just feel like it's the safest option, just not to. Well, it's not like they decided not to save him. It was just like they were looking at the risk of saving him, and they decided it's not worth it. Because
no. Akechi made that option for them pretty quickly because there's no way in hell by the time that they were going to get like the metal door closed on them. Nobody is that strong. Like nobody. I don't even think like. I mean, maybe Joker could use his persona. Still, nobody is that strong, and I feel like at that point, like before they even were able to do anything, he was already dead. So I feel like they would have done something.
Yeah. Anyway, though, let's talk more about just Akechi's character in general. So, I really enjoy his character because of the duality, and I kind of... He's a fake person, he's two-faced, but I find it kind of funny. Shut up. I find it
I mean, am I wrong?
I find it kind of funny because, wait, what was I trying to say? I find it funny that he was Two-Face and he kind of wanted to like warm up to Joker and stuff. But at the same time, you gotta ask: is there like a genuine part to that, or is he just? Was he just completely evil and manipulative? Like his character.
I feel like he wouldn't. I feel like if he was truly manipulative, he would have shot Joker, because then at that point he would have pleased his shadow, and then he would have been able to do some shit. But he shot. No, he purposely missed because he says, "Get out of here while you still can." Yeah, he shot near Joker, but he didn't shoot Joker, and that was intentional because the thing right next to him, it was like right next to his head. So you can't really make the argument saying like he was going to kill Joker, because dude, it literally shows in the scene that
no, I mean like, does he find Joker as a friend truly or not?
I believe yes. I believe that he is truly your friend.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to just Shido in general.
Oh, I have a lot of shit to say about Shido.
Yeah. So, I would say Shido is definitely a really good palace, and it has a lot of symbolism to it that just elevates it from like a palace about Joker's pretty much enemy to just a tyrant.
Oh, Shido.
I like how his palace is like a ship, and he's thinking of like steering Japan. Now, my only issue with that is like it never really clarifies where he wants to steer Japan.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
To do with it.
My only complaint is that that he's not giving us directions.
Like
I want to steer. He
has a good
Joshua. When you hear somebody say, "I want to steer this country in the right direction," it means that he wants them to like. You want them to, you want to get them to the glory path, in which you want to take your country to the right place.
Well,
the right place is where the economy is good, the people are happy, and the city is, or like the country is amazing. As in, you make it the best the country can be. And if you're going to sit here and ask me, well, how do we make the country the best that it can be? I can't tell you exactly what that is, but that's what they're going for, trying to make the country the best.
My thing is, like, I wish I knew what Shido thought it was. Like, I'm not trying to say, oh...
Oh, okay, I was about to pop off on you.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying, like, oh, what do you mean steer the country in the right
way? Well,
place?
like, dude, no. He wanted to profit off the people's ignorance, and he said that it was the best for them. Because, like, if you go back, you'll see, like, the ignorant masses only wish to be pleased with fancy things and shit. And it's like, oh, so he only wants the country, he only wants to profit off the country.
Yeah.
So yeah. But the country as a whole, but Shido as a whole, where to begin with Shido? Oh god. I hope you're all ready. I'm about to pop off. Shido is the best Persona antagonist in all of the franchise. Better than Nyx, better than Akechi, better than Goro Akechi. They're the same people. Shut the fuck up, I know. Better than Adachi. Better than any antagonist I know currently. He is the most well-developed. And here's why. Well, not the
I disagree with
well,
that,
not
but
the
explain
best.
your
No,
point.
no. Okay, okay. Not the most well balanced or like well developed. But for the one thing that he wants, he's a psychotic maniac who wants the people to. Okay, let's look at the villains. Kamoshida wanted to wanted to profit off.
Kamoshida?
Kamoshida
Kamoshida
wanted
was like
to.
a pervert, and he used his
Yeah, he
power
wanted. Yeah,
against
he
little
used his
girls.
pen.
Well, not little girls,
Madarame
but teenagers.
wanted to use other people's artwork so that he could go down in history for being notorious and make hella profit off it. Karashiro wanted to use people as money so that he could get richer. Greed, envy, lust. Now let's go over to Kumra, who is pride.
Okuma?
Because, yeah, Kumra, who is
I
pride.
thought you said Monokuma.
Monokuma. Okay. Who is pride because he wished to bring the people closer and he is willing to backstab people for profit. And then he wanted to ascend to the political world. Anyways, sorry about that. I had to go use the bathroom. Oh, yeah. Anyways, so Shido, I have to say, so basically all of them have been a certain sin. All of the villains so far. That is why there was 6 total villains. But then you wonder, like, oh wait, isn't there supposed to be 7 deadly sins? But we don't talk about that yet. But I have to say, if there had to be one, he had to be one deadly sin, I would say anger because he is willing
Pride.
to crush over. Akuma's pride because he's willing to backstab.
Wrath. Yeah. Wouldn't it be Wrath?
Yeah.
No, Futaba's Wrath.
No, Wrath isn't this deadly sin. That's a fucking deadly
No,
horseman.
Futaba is Wrath. Futaba is Wrath.
No, it's Wrath is a deadly. No, Wrath is not a deadly sin. It is one of the 4 deadly horsemen.
Yeah, but in the game, Futaba is considered Wrath. Like directly in the game, Futaba is considered Wrath.
Interesting. Well, they do not study. Yeah, honestly, I feel like it would have been cool if they did more shit with religion, because at the end, like I'm not going to go more into detail, but there's a lot of shit that I feel like would have been cool.
I think it would be cool if they were more in depth with tarot cards.
Tarot card. Okay, well here. Well, let's continue.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shido. I feel like because Shido is the prime example of everything that the Phantom Thieves have strived to defeat. With Nyx, Nyx in Persona 3. Don't get me wrong, I love Nyx as a character, but compared to what he compared to Shido, I gotta say, yes, Nyx is like the god. Like, see, all the antagonists
Nyx is a better
so
boss
far
fight,
have.
I'll say that.
Yeah,
Nick,
okay,
you
well,
can't really speak on that, but like, Nyx is definitely a better boss fight than Shido.
Okay, I'm talking about characters, not boss fight. Although I did watch boss fight and stuff. I haven't watched Nyx boss fight, but I have watched, all of Persona. But
well, except 1 and 2, right?
Not yet, but I'm going to watch them this up and coming Christmas.
Why are you waiting until Christmas?
It's because I got to get done thinking Rupa, and I have to finish the Yakuza series, and I have to fucking.
You're gonna finish the entire Yakuza series by December?
I am. Yeah.
Dude, they're like over 10 games. You know that, right?
No, 7 plus the spin-offs, but I'm going for the main game so far. After Yakuza 0, I'm going to finish all of the Yakuza, every Yakuza game. Also, I've been playing all of the Yakuza recently. In fact, I don't know if I've told you all this, but last week I finished Yakuza 0. And I have to say, I'm not going to go into detail, but after I get the other fuckers, after I get Mr. Joshua into Yakuza, there will be a Yakuza podcast. Don't you worry your sweet little head.
All right, let's get back on
But
yeah.
So Shido,
On topic.
honestly, all the Persona antagonists so far have been really to represent a point. See, the whole entire purpose with Persona 3 was death, and Nyx was the coming of death. Persona 4, it was to find the truth, and Adachi. Oh yeah.
And the culprit was basically like the opposite of Yunara.
Yeah, the opposite of the main character.
Yeah, I thought that was.
But I really like. I feel like Shido did it better, is because with everything that has happened so far, his whole entire like character and shit, with how the way he acts, the way he talks, how he manipulated the masses into believing whatever the fuck he threw out there, how he had full propaganda, how he was willing to crush anybody who got in his way, how he killed Futaba's mother for her research and then used it as a way to kill other members of the other political parties. And
the way he straight up manipulated Akechi.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
used him.
He is the definition of a cold hard bastard. And on top of that, honestly, his whole entire palace represents like how ignorant he was, crushing buildings in order to satisfy his own needs, instead of trying to save the sinking area or the sinking economy of Japan. And on top of that, the rat, how he straight up
he considers
looks at everybody as rats.
He considers everybody a rat. You're a rat. I'm a rat. Kenny's a rat.
Yeah, and I really like that because it really just goes to show how up his own ass he is, to the point where it's psychotic. And it really just goes to show how evil Shido truly is. And with Nyx, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched the whole entire series. I've watched the movies, but I haven't watched the game. I've watched The Answer, but not the game, or played it yet.
Well, The Answer's part of the game, but...
Yeah, well, yeah, but honestly, Persona 5, so far, the climax to Shido, the one who destroyed your life, it really just goes to show how amazing like how this whole entire time you've been working to defeat the evil corruption in the economy of Japan, and now you're going up against the headmaster, the one who's been behind the scenes, pulling the strings behind each of these people, cutting contacts while also gaining contacts, manipulating other politicians, and manipulating other companies to push his own agenda. And it really just goes to show how evil he is and how corrupt he was. And that is exactly what the Phantom Thieves have been striving to defeat. And Shido, finally, like, once you confront him, I gotta say, his boss fight was amazing to watch. His boss fight was magical.
It was pretty fun to play, though. The only thing I would have wished is... Wait, I was about to say that they should have more, they should block more things, but they do. I forgot. Sorry about that. But I found the boss fight really interesting.
Yeah.
The only thing I would wish is that it had more unique moves. That's the only thing I wish. But
yeah, that would have been nice. But his how his first stage, it's him with the ignorant masses, and he's demanding like the other people to he's demanding the public to rise. The other, sorry, but he's like manipulating them to fight for you. The lion, the ignorant masses, and then once that's defeated, he blames them. And then, in his second final form, he fucking rips off everything. You see him turn. You see his true side. He's a buffy ass, Mr. Clean looking ass. He's ready to throw down and kill for his country. Well, not the country. Well, you know what I'm saying. But finally, you're going head to head, and the fucking river in the desert really just goes to show how, like, without river in the desert, I don't feel like the boss fight would have been as good as it was. And I can't wait to talk about the OST during this episode, the final episode, where we talk about everything. And I am just... Shida, I have to say, for how he manipulated his son, he manipulated everything, and it was the pure core of evil. It really just goes to show how amazing it was. And then once he finally realized that, oh, you're the person who assaulted me, then everything comes full circle. And then just the confrontation, the confrontation. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Sorry, move
Oh.
on.
Wait, hold on. What was that?
Dimensional time rift.
What the fuck is that noise?
DJ needs.
Okay, can you cut that shit out? Like, listen, you fuckers, you guys can't talk.
Okay, man.
You can't talk. Okay. Anyways, so just cut that out. You're not recording right now, are you?
Yeah, I've been recording this whole time.
What the fuck?
I have to cut it out.
Okay, you.
Put that out more and more.
Okay. Anyways, though.
Yeah.
I have this confrontation, and my main downside. Okay, there's one downside to the fight, and also something that I love.
One downside? Oh.
Yeah, there is one downside. Once you finally get him to half to low HP, he takes off his he goes into full berserk mode, turns red, and he's about to beat the shit. Like, he's gone from Hulk to Hulk in the Iron Man suit. Like, this man is about to throw down.
I like how in Persona 5 Royal specifically, he throws out all of your allies, and you have to fight him one-on-one for a little while until you get him down to his last health. I thought that was really cool. Unless you were low leveled at the time, he just beat your ass.
No. You fight your allies, and then he like slams right down on the ground once he's like on half health.
No, I think it's like he has a little bit of health.
1/3 health. It's like 1/3, I think. But so, once he slams down on the ground and like sets aside your allies, that is fucking insane. And honestly, I love that shit. It really just showed the detail and how this was something that was personal. And that's why I feel like I'm going back to what we were talking about. Dude, I'm going back to what we were talking about if Joker died. And if Joker died and the Phantom Thieves had to carry out the mission.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if Ryuji was there. Or, dude, like, it would be like...
No, he wouldn't be there. Ryuji just would be gone.
No, Ryuji could take him down. Ryuji would have replaced Joker.
No, I was kidding. Like, about Ryuji just being gone and he just walks out.
Oh, damn, the guy's got really fucking buffed. Grand Slam, punch out. Oh, wait, this...
No, it
this
would
man
actually,
just
like, really inspire the Phantom Thieves, though, because technically it would be Shido that killed Joker, in a way.
Yeah, so, and that's why, like, he would... Oh, that would have been sick. I wish to see, like, an alternate, like, universe Twitch that actually happened. Because that would have been so fucking sick. We're usually just there saying, like, you took my friend, you took the only thing, you took the person that saved me from the hell.
From the hell.
The hell that I had to go through. He was the one person who motivated me to take on Kamoshida. He saved every last one of us. He was our savior, and you took him away. And then like he would have just gotten so fucking heated, and then he would have just started. He would have just fucking thrown down. Oh, I fucking love Reed.
Alarm.
You guys can hear that shit?
Yes.
That's my medicine. That was quite loud.
Ethan! God
I'm
damn
sorry,
it!
it's just peeking your mic. I'm sorry, it's hurting my ears.
Just type it in.
I'm going back. Okay, Master, I'll go back.
How do you edit this shit out?
Editor.
He goes into the snip. He goes into Windows Movie Maker and he puts it all out.
Anyways.
Yeah, but
Let's get.
I really. Yeah, like I kind of liked how Shido pretty much got you in the entire situation that you're in.
Yeah, and then it's one-on-one. This shit just got personal.
Yeah.
Well, it's always been personal.
Well, one inconsistency I kind of saw with Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal was in Persona 5 Royal. It was like, oh, I forgot. I forgot. I don't remember how many ants I have to step on to get to power. But in Persona 5 Royal, he's kind of like, oh, I remember you. This is a one-on-one fight now. I took you down for a reason, boy. And I'm like, wait, didn't you say he was like an ant and he was insignificant? Anyway, like he could have been just telling him not to like bring him down at first. Like, I'll admit that.
Because Shido's a manipulator.
Yeah.
So
he probably was just telling him not to bring him down. But then he was like, oh wait, this guy is actually like really powerful.
So I really do fucking love. I really do love.
I forgot. People compare him to a certain like, I forgot if it was Metal Gear or Nier. Yeah, a certain Metal Gear villain that gets like really buff. I forgot his name though.
Was he like the dude that said fucking nanobites?
I don't know. I'm not.
Sorry about that. There seems to be there's like a lot of issues with our microphone, so like that's why sometimes we'll like stop talking weirdly. It's something that's been happening a lot recently for Mr. Joshua, so you gotta forgive us. Because we're doing this out of like we're doing this podcast out of like a hobby. Like this isn't going to be like serious. This is like we have a schedule for it, or at least I try to have a schedule. He, on the other hand, like he's very inconsistent with it. Like, but I still like we have a schedule for it. Like we want this podcast to be fun. This is all about having fun. We want to build a community, like a small community, maybe like 1,000 like
Kenny, you're going on
subscribers.
A tangent. You're going on a tangent.
Okay, well,
yeah, but
this is the community.
Do you think you said everything you have to say about Shido?
Yes.
All right. So now we're moving on to
the
depths of Mementos, or just pretty much the ending of the game. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if this is like a hot take or not, because I don't really know the reception on it, but I didn't really like the ending to the original Persona 5. I thought it kind of came out of nowhere, and wasn't really like in tone with the rest of the game. Like they go from fighting corrupt government person, just going to the depths of Mementos and fighting God.
I'm still trying to rewatch.
Natural,
I'm still trying to rewatch the last ending to, or the last parts to Persona 5.
Yeah. But to me, it's like okay, we finally beat Cheeto. Oh, society didn't completely change this view in one day. There's a problem with society, so we gotta fix it. And
Yeah, I feel like the boss fight was a little. It was really like out of pace. Like I feel, I'm gonna be honest. The God scene, like when everybody like finally had to stick together. Like once once the world like went to shit, and they had to like mementos came to the real world, and like then God was like the evil God. I'm religious, so I don't want to say God, but
God of control.
the God of control. He like the scenes where everybody's like in doubt and locked in the Velvet Room. That's so fucking cool, and that's why I really love Ryuji. He was like talking about like, I really am useless, aren't I? I really am. Like, everybody was right. I really am a nuisance to the world. And then you were like, no, dumbass. No, you dumb fucking idiot. I love you so much. Fucking kiss me. I fucking love you. God, you're like a fucking teddy bear. I want to hug you and I want to cuddle you, and you're the pussy slayer. And On is definitely riding your dick daily because On deserves you and you deserve On. Well, On doesn't deserve you, but you deserve On because, you know. Although, wait, actually, no, Han isn't really Ryuji's girl because, like, if you like go
Why are
back
you
to it, you'll see
talking
like.
about this? Stop. We're not going in the ships, please.
I want to go in.
No.
Well, okay, I just want to say this. I want to say this. On times Ryuji most likely wouldn't work due to the fact of Ryuji straight up like multiple times calling out On saying like, I wouldn't want to fuck you. And then like, but
Yeah,
then
he
again
does.
though, like,
Yeah,
no, he doesn't. He
Yeah,
does
he
not want
does.
to fuck her.
Yeah, he
Look
does.
up the
Come on.
fucking. Look up the scene. Look up the fucking scene. Look up the fucking scene with the gym scene where he's like, oh, maybe you'll do what I say if I'm like one of those anime protagonists. It's like, no. I mean, yes, he did look at her tits. That's the thing about Ryuji. That's like the craziest thing. It's like he looked at her tits, but at the same time, like Ryuji's a perv. Like, come on, everybody gets pervy sometimes. Like, you can't hold.
I don't
against
get as pervy as anime characters, can you?
Everybody is perverty sometimes. Okay.
Perverty.
You can't. You get what I'm saying. But
Yeah, everybody has sexual thoughts, but that doesn't mean you have to like project them.
dude, you can't even lie. Anna was bad. She was hella bad. And-
Yes. But like, yeah. Okay, let's get off of this topic. I don't want to get into ships.
Yeah.
But
And listen, Ryuji is a
why are we
like.
still talking about Ryuji? This is
Because okay. Yeah, because Ryuji is a fucking Chad. Like Ryuji is, there's no getting around it. If you don't like Ryuji, you're a piece of shit that nobody loves.
We're supposed to be talking about the end of the game.
Yeah,
And
we're
you
talking
talking
about
about
the end of the game.
Yeah, but I feel like the ending was just a little bit. I don't know how to describe it. Like, disappointing wouldn't really be the word.
I was
but
disappointed, but at the same time, yeah, it was really anticlimactic, and that's like, because I'm gonna be honest, the main thing that I wish is that if they were going to go for like a God of Control, in-depth it more, like maybe say like Mementos is the inner thought of like the human desire, but
Yeah,
the human desire is what. No, okay, yes,
say
yes,
that.
yes. I know that, but like maybe go into more detail than just that, like saying like every time one wishes for a car or a boyfriend, hell is broken loose, the society chains, and the world gets more corrupted daily. Every nasty thought corrupts this world even more and more.
Yeah,
And maybe go on, and maybe like go on to like say that like maybe do like some whole entire like deep shit like.
All right, let
would've
me
been-
just talk about every single Persona game's like final boss.
Like,
Because,
yeah,
like,
like
in
Persona
terms of
3.
God.
Here's the better one.
Wait,
Persona
hear me
3,
say what I
the
feel about
God.
Persona 3. Persona 3 did the God thing so much better because they
Exactly,
actually,
they did.
They actually set it up so it wasn't just out of nowhere. That God was always looming in the background. And the thing is, they're exploring Tartarus, which in of itself was an anomaly. And Nyx was just the answer to Tartarus, pretty much.
Persona 3 was
the
so
answer to
fucking
why
good.
Tartarus exists.
I
And then
love
Persona 4, while I'm still kind of meh on the ending of Persona 4.
Okay,
I even feel
I'm
like
gonna
Persona
go on
4,
a tangent. Once we get a,
I
once
feel
we
like Persona
eventually
4
talk.
actually did the God thing better too, because the thing about the
No,
God thing
it
in Persona
fucking
4,
didn't. It fucking didn't.
Oh,
it
I'm not
didn't.
talking about
The
Izanami.
fucking
I'm not talking about Izanami because Izanami was golden. I'm talking about the original 4. Like
okay.
the Big Eye. I feel like the Big Eye was better because it was kind of in private. Like it wasn't like the entire world was looking at the god and the world just being slowly corrupted. Like not slowly, but like it quickly corrupted beneath their feet. It wasn't like that where it was like huge and dramatic. It was kind of like you have to stop this or else the world's gonna end. But like you're up to your own devices and the entire world isn't looking at you.
Yeah, but that's true. But still, I do think that like the whole entire God thing. That's why I can't wait to talk about Maruki, because Maruki is what made.
And I feel like we should move on because I don't really have much to say about it.
Time to talk about the big fucking picture.
Okay, we gotta talk
I
about
have
Kasumi
so much shit to say. I'm about to pop off.
We gotta talk about Kasumi first. Kasumi.
Gonna pop off.
So Kasumi.
Fucking Kasumi.
Kasumi is like one of my is like
best girl in all of Persona.
She's one of my favorite characters in Persona.
Better than any fucking character from any girl character from Persona 3, Persona 4, and definitely better than Persona 5. Because I'm gonna be honest, Persona 4 had the worst. No. Persona 5 had the worst girls of all time. Han was boring, Haru was boring, Futaba was amazing, but there were so many like bad undeveloped eggs compared to it. Like Makoto, like half of the girls there were undeveloped and could have had so much more. But
like my thing about Kasumi is like they talk about depression with Kasumi and Samira. They talk about like depression. She's depressed, and like Joker actually helps her get through that. Not completely, but like they help her get through it. Well, not. Well, she has like depression and anxiety about things, and just like the parallels between the way that Samira looked up to Kasumi, and then Kasumi died.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick. So, Kasumi actually got fucking killed a long time ago, like a year ago. Yeah. And the way that she dealt with it was by going to a therapist, and which was
going
Maruki.
To Maruki, and Maruki basically had this contraption. Not contraption, but his persona.
It was his persona.
Completely changed.
Spoiler alert, it was his persona.
Completely like changed reality to where she was Samira. Well, not Samira. She was Kasumi because she wanted to be Kasumi, and she was like trapped in a fake reality.
Yeah, which I gotta say, it was Kasumi. I'm gonna say this right now. Kasumi times Joker. Don't give a shit. Kasumi is.
It's X. Not
it's
times.
canon.
No. Yeah,
it is canon. It is canon.
Here's my thing. It's canon, but I wish it wasn't because I don't like when a game makes certain ships canon.
It is
like
canon.
I don't like how they kind of hinted at Makoto and Joker being a thing by like going up to his leg and stuff. I didn't like that. Like I wish they kind of just kept it ambiguous where like you can pick whoever you want and there's no canon. But technically, Kasumi and Joker are kind of
canon.
canon.
They are canon. They are canon because they have a showtime once you date her all the way.
Yeah,
And
but
really, if that doesn't show it, and also on top of that, like their whole entire encounter, like her confessing, dude. I'm gonna say this right fucking now, though that really pisses me off. Fuck the dumbasses who didn't put any dialogue. No, fuck Atlas for not putting any dialogue in any of the confession scenes with any of the characters, any of the girl characters. I don't understand how brain dead you have to be. They do it in like White Valentine, like White Day, or on a Valentine's Day, but they don't do it when shit actually matters, because it does fucking matter.
Well,
it does matter when we hear the girl.
Budget and stuff. I honestly don't mind, because
I fucking do, because what the fuck? Why are you going to add scenes for pretty much everything? Why would you add a scene for the fucking gym scene?
Maybe you just don't like reading. Maybe you just don't like reading.
I do fucking. I play Yakuza 0. What the fuck do you mean?
Maybe
and I'm watching Danganronpa. You shut your mouth, you fucking whore, before I come to your house and I stomp on your fucking two-legged.
Because you're saying like, oh, it's such a problem that I have to read the confession.
No, it's just like, okay, voice acting is supposed to represent, like, in this scene it's important. Like, it's important to the plot. And you can't, and okay.
I guess you have a point. Also, I just don't think it's that.
Yeah, it's important to the plot, and yes, you could say, well, it's dating, and it's not like it affects the plot. That is true. However, in that case, then why is there voice acting for the cognition? Why is for not the cognition?
You mean like the happy world?
The confidants. Why is the voice acting for the confidants? It is important for that because you get to the final scene and they're finally opening up to you. I feel like that right there should have voice acting too, because they're opening up to you and they're wishing to date. And on top of that, there is voice scenes for like them saying "I love you."
I don't know. I think
like that's just shit about Atlas that pisses me off.
Like,
I don't understand how you're going to make a game with voice acting. But
here's something you gotta understand: voice acting takes a lot of time and effort. It's not as simple as just say it. Like it takes scene planning
and rank 1 and rank 1 and rank 1 and rank 1 and rank 10. It's like what the fuck?
I don't think they have voice acting in rank 1.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but anyway, like voice acting takes a lot of effort. I don't really know, but on Kasumi,
yeah, Kasumi times
you like
help. Is canon.
I like how you help her deal with like her anxiety and depression by like the fact that you go and dress her up and stuff, and like she's just wearing crazy clothes, and like if you point it out, she'll like get really nervous and stuff.
Yeah, and it's fucking hot. Listen, this is coming from somebody who is obsessed with yanderes. Like
this is not relevant. She's not even slightly yandere.
She is yandere, dude.
No, she's not. She's not.
She is. Let a man have dreams.
No.
Let a man have dreams over yandere. Okay.
Yandere. Then play Yandere Simulator.
No, fucking Yandere Devin, the cum chalice, baby. Yandere Devin be like, oh yeah, Osu's coming out soon.
Osana. Is that you?
I'm not gonna call her Osana. Oh yeah, Yandere Devin. Oh, I don't give a shit. I'll call her by her name when you actually release the game.
Okay, but anyway, we should talk about talk.
No, but I just want to say again, like, fucking, I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to go into tangent on Yandere Dev. Like, I don't know, that man is a piece of shit who wasted my fucking time for years. And yeah, I'm going to continue to call her Osu, because just like Osu, Yandere Dev is a fucking pedophile.
How is a piece of... Osu? Why Osu's like rhythm game?
I don't give a shit. I know it's a rhythm game, but just like the game, anybody.
What does Osu have to do with pedophilia? Also, Yandere does not even a pedophile.
Listen. Pedophiles play Osu. This is a common fact.
What? Also, Yandere Dev's not a pedophile.
Yes, he is.
No,
he fucking
he
adds like
isn't.
19. He adds like 16-year-old girls. Okay, it's like 16-year-old. The motherfucker lives in America. Yet this man is making.
Then
it's
get
hella
mad.
sus.
Then get mad at like every single person who makes a high school anime.
It's sus. It's hella sus, man. The fact that you're making a game like that, even though you live in an area that doesn't support that shit, like that's kind of sus, man. Not gonna lie.
I don't mind it. Anyway, let's get back on topic.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We should
Oh,
start
and on
talking
top of
about
that, the
Naruto.
16-year-old, you have to take pictures of the girls.
Let's get
like, come on.
back on topic. I don't want to talk about Yandere Simulator. I'm gonna be real, I never liked the game, but yeah.
I did. I really fucking did. It was exciting and it made me horny every time I saw it. And the deaths were fucking cool. The deaths were pretty cool.
It's a cool concept, but I just don't like it as a sandbox. That's what I'd say. But anyway, back on Persona 5, you know, a complete game. So Maruki, let's talk about him now.
Maruki is the best.
Here's the thing.
Okay,
about Maruki,
I said that
like,
shit. I said the shit with Shido saying that he was the best antagonist.
The thing about Maruki is like
Name me
his
one
house is
protagonist that has actually made you question in the Persona series until Maruki. Name one character that has actually questioned like the morality, because Maruki is the best villain in all of Persona, because he might not even be considered a villain because he wants to put everybody in their own like time capsules.
Yeah.
Like he wants to make their own reality, and that's what the Phantoms want as well. They want to make everybody happy. They want to rise against corrupted government. But then you're like, oh wait, shit, dude, we're literally one and the same. Holy fuck, dude, like what the fuck? Yo, we're actually like the same thing. Wait, yo, holy shit. And it's like, bruh. They make you question your fucking mortality. They make it like, and it's like, oh, I was like, damn, this dude's like going to make the world a better place, but at the same time, like, we're going to be controlled under his will for the rest of our life. He's going to be like the ultimate dictator.
Oh,
and it's like,
sorry. Go on.
It's like, damn, do I want to live under somebody's control for the rest of my life? Who's not even like a perfect being, who is flawed himself?
Here's my thing about Maruki. First of all, I would just like to come out and say, he's not a very good therapist. Like, some of his whole philosophy of like, you should just change reality.
He's like Laz, if Laz wasn't a piece of shit, Lamau.
Stop talking about people. I'm gonna have to cut this stuff out, Kenny. You know that, right?
Why?
Because you're talking about people publicly. You can't do that.
Now that they know.
Yes. Okay. Anyway.
Alright.
Yeah. I think his philosophy is messed up in the way where like you should, because we can run away from our problems because of this new reality, you should. And it kind of makes you think, like, would it be a good thing to run away from your reality? Because technically everything's happy. Your life is 100% happy. But like, what about those challenges in life that ultimately make life more complete? It makes you really question.
It's like, do I want to confront my problems, like the things about me, to become a better person, or do I want the world to revolve around me? Like, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because like sometimes life can be horrible, and I'm pretty sure like
yes.
depending on some people's lives, people would agree with Maruki. Like, there's some people who have gone, like, completely homeless. Their lives have been fucked, and there's no way they can get back to reality. So, they would want the happy world. But then there's other people who've learned how to overcome their struggles and stuff, and it's just such a huge question.
It really just questions your psychology. Like, should we run away from our problems, or should we confront them?
Yeah, it's such a good.
And it's not that easy. It's really not that easy. It's really not that easy.
I mean, okay, so obviously, if you're actually playing the game, you're going to pick, like, go against Maruki, because you know for a fact if you go with him, that's gonna be a bad ending.
Well,
and you're gonna get less content.
Honestly, but here's the thing, the bad ending really isn't that bad.
No, but like by the bad ending, I mean like you're directly getting less content.
Because
that's
it's
what
like
I mean.
The true fake ending, and it's fucking insane.
No, I mean like you're getting less content directly because you're technically like the game ends if you pick the bad ending. You don't actually fight Maruki. So yeah. Obviously you're gonna pick the true ending so you can get the most content out of your game. So that's that, but truthfully,
you know what pisses me off though?
What?
Is that P5R or P5 Scrambled is a P5 sequel. So we're not gonna get Kasumi.
No, actually Kasumi is in the game. At least I saw her like in a screenshot.
Well still.
But she just doesn't travel with them, and like I was thinking about it, and at first I was like, that doesn't make sense, but then I thought about it more, and it does, because you gotta remember, Samira is not a fan of Thief.
No, she's not.
Like,
dude, I'm just so excited. I am so excited to play P5 Scramble. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait till they actually like localize the game.
Dude, it's gonna be great. But where was I? Oh yeah. Maruki, honestly, going down to it, and his final boss fight, him being like the beacon of hope for the world, it really just brings a tear to my eye.
Also, the final boss theme is like in the perspective of Maruki.
Honestly,
and that was great.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Hot taker. I thought that the final OST was overrated.
I completely disagree with you, because the thing about the final song is like it's in Maruki's perspective, and he's saying like I forgot exactly what he's saying, because like generally don't no, it's not believe. I believe is from the fan of Thieves' perspective, or like the people who are trying to take down Maruki, because they believe that they can overcome struggle, while Maruki believes that like you should just take your reality that's gonna make you happy. And like he talks about in the song how like you should throw your mask away, which is basically your rebellion, and like you should just submit to me, so you won't have to use your mask, because at the end of the day, the only reason that they use their mask is because bad things happen to them.
Yeah.
Right? The reason that they have to use their mask isn't good. It's not like they have pride in the fact that they have to use their mask. You know?
Yeah.
So I thought the final boss was just so interesting. And just the whole aesthetic of it, like, the enemies are like tentacle monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like technically they're like taking over your mind and stuff. It's creepy.
But it works.
Yeah, it's creepy and it works. And I like how Akechi's just completely against it. Like, he's not taking Maruki's word or anything. He's just completely against it. Even though if they actually go and take down Maruki, Akechi's gonna die. That was such a huge reveal to me. Because, well, reveal, like, it's kind of debatable, because, like, some people could see it coming, but that's such a huge thing that Akechi believes in the reality that he lives in. Well, he lived in so much that he would rather die than live in the happy world.
Yeah.
And it's edgy, but at the same time,
it's true.
It's edgy, but at the same time,
It makes sense.
And it makes sense.
Which is why Akechi is one of the best players.
And I like how Akechi kind of like groups up with you in this, and
for
like,
real,
take down Maruki, because like you both have a common goal, and he's like, listen, we have to put aside our differences because this one guy is basically gonna change reality. And I kind of like Akechi and Joker's bond throughout the royal part of the game, or the new semester, because in the Showtime attack, they kind of do like a whole attack together, but at the end, they just kind of walk away from each other. It's not like they're doing like some pose together. Joker's just looking away, and then Akechi's walking away, and they're facing in different ways. It's not like they're like best friends or anything. They're still rivals, but they have to work together.
Yeah. And then when she finally defeat him, you realize that Best Boy did actually die. And it was all just a fabric of the imagination.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't like that. I don't like that they just brought at the last scene in the game.
It makes sense.
No,
it does make sense.
It makes no sense in my opinion. Because they're like, oh, Akechi's gonna die, but in the end of the game, they're just like, no, he has to be in this spin-off, so...
I mean, but here's the thing though, Maruki knew that they did care about Akechi.
Yeah, but Maruki couldn't do anything to reality after they stopped him.
Like, I feel
okay.
Akechi
I don't know
was
when
like...
they're going to address it, but they need to, because I need a reason on why he's still alive, because there's no reason that he should still be alive. Akechi should be dead. That man...
He is dead, dumbass!
Then why did... Okay, in the last scene, when he's in the subway, they tease Akechi walking. Did you forget about that?
Yes, but it was removed.
What do you mean it was removed?
It was removed. In the update, they removed that.
What?
Yeah, they did.
No... Literally, I played the game and saw it.
Yes, it is. Look it up. Did they remove the teaser at the end? Look it up if you don't believe me.
I played the game and saw it.
Look it up. Look it up on Google right now.
Okay. Is Akechi alive? Is Goro Akechi still alive in Persona 5?
Here, I'll send somebody to give you a link. Yeah, but
yeah, no, it wasn't in the files. I looked it up and it's actually in the game, because I clearly remember that happening. I clearly remember seeing.
I remember it too, but
that wasn't some sort of. It wasn't in the files. That was there. No, it's in the game, like directly in the game. It plays in the credits.
Right. Actually, oh yeah, it does. Oh wait, yeah, it actually does. Shit. Okay, well, it looks like I'm the dumbass. Looks like I'm tonight's biggest loser. Well, shit, GG, man.
Yeah, but I don't like that he's still alive.
I don't think I'm confused
least
about
because
that.
there's
Is
no
he
reason.
really still alive?
No, he
Like
is.
that actually.
He is
Shit.
because I remember them showing it. I looked it up. It said that they show him in the credits. He's still in the game. He's still alive. And part of me feels like it's because they want to make
Well, that's fucking. Well,
Persona 5 Arena. Part of me really feels like it's because they wanted to tie into Persona 5 Arena, which will make eventually.
True.
That's probably why they did it. But still.
That really is stupid, but you know, it's good though.
Yeah. I feel like I've talked about everything, really.
There's one thing that we haven't been talking about though.
What? What? I hear
The
music.
music.
Oh, the music.
The music. Where the fuck to begin?
The music in Persona 5 is part of the reason why it's so successful. I'm just gonna say it right there and then.
Oh, you can't leave it at that.
Like, that's part of the reason that it's so successful. Because the music is so good. Shoji Meguro is one of the greatest composers in gaming. Like, it's not even just Persona 5 that's, like, incredible. Every single Persona game has... Stop now.
Okay. But listen.
Alright, but...
Just the fucking OST is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And, like, in my opinion, every single Persona game has an equally good OST. Because, like, just like how it represents the game. Like, Persona 5's OST is, like, really jazzy. It has, like, acid jazz.
Fucking techno jazz with a mixture of rock with everything in the mix with rap, hip hop to every fucking generation from classical to every fucking generation of all time with theming of music that comes out of the middle of nowhere and then it just hits with like a fucking truck from the low key themes to the hyperactive themes to the overall tone of the whole entire game. It really makes you feel like everything from The Last Surprise, which Last Surprise is one of the most beautiful games. No, hold on. I need to go on about Last Surprise to just hold on. Let me look this shit up. I need to listen to this while I'm talking about this. The whole entire battle theme. I'm gonna be honest. My main downside to the whole entire thing is that they played the same repetitive tracks. Well, no, the same tracks until it gets repetitive. But let me tell you a little something about Last Surprise. Listen, that you tried to run me through, but hold on. Think again. Don't you know which Roth Sharton? But sure and got a clue. This would go. Don't you know my art of war? And as I wake up to the horizons on a cloud by the shore, these to this. It seems came out. Okay, listen. The whole entire theme of just everything that has happened, how a man who came out of the middle of nowhere trying to understand where he is coming from.
What? What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm sorry. Listen, it just comes down to Joker being framed and how he has to stand up against the whole entire world because they think he's dead. But guess what? It will be their last fucking surprise because he's coming back to make them confess their sins, to get his life back on track and make the world a better place because he's been labeled as a fucking disgrace. God damn it. He's a man of the people. People hate him, but he is a man of the fucking deco, okay? He is the fucking Chad. Okay, I can't help this. I cannot help this shit. He is a Chad. This OST is a fucking Chad. God damn it. I cannot stress this. Talking about a man who rised against the people, who needed to who everybody thought would never come back. It is jazzy, it is uptone, and it really just sets the tone for everything that is going to come. It is a fucking miracle that this thing exists, because you'll never see it coming. You'll never see it coming.
Another thing that I actually really like in Persona 5.
Sorry.
Another thing that I like in Persona 5 is how Another thing I like in Persona 5 is the OSTs, like how a lot of it is like symbolic without even using lyrics. Like how in Persona Futaba's house, like it's very Wait,
hold on.
What?
Persona Data Miner has discovered a cutscene confirming that a beloved character who was once thought dead is actually alive. The cut was discovered by Persona 5 Royale Data Miner Panheim, a regular on Twitter, who found the scene in the Chinese build of the game. Twitter user Jugglerpup helped translate the scene into English, and the video was uploaded by a gaming YouTuber Faz. I
think the cutscene they're talking about, like, is a cutscene that it's not the same one I'm talking about, because there's the cutscene that I'm talking
at the ending
about,
where
it's like when he's in
Joker's
the
on the
train.
train. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, one track that really stood out to me was The Days My Mother Was There. Futaba's theme. It was like, dude, stop moaning. Stop moaning.
Oh, dude, I can't help myself.
Yeah,
listen,
but,
I'm gonna go on a tangent about this shit.
I really like how there's like symbolism within the song and within the instruments. That is really cool to me. How they found symbolism in an instrumental without lyrics.
Listen, Joker, it's just so lovely. I can't help but explain that this whole entire song is fucking amazing. Goddamn, I can't help it. It sounds so amazing. I can't fucking deal with this shit. It expresses the emotions that Futaba felt of being a burden into his world. Being a burden because fucking her mother died, and then she felt like she killed her mother because of the fucking adults, and goddamn it, I can't help it. It just overwhelms me, and just, dude, the whole entire OST fucking makes me go fucking bananas because holy shit, it's so in depth with all the different scenes, every fucking tone, and without any lyrics. It's the definition of what a good OST should be, being able to express a message without there being any fucking lyrics involved, and it really just lets you understand the concept of loving OSTs, because if you listen to the song after playing the fucking game, it's like, it's so iconic. I can't help and stress this, but dude, this OST is so iconic, and I fucking love it due to how much it impacts into the whole entire fucking love this shit. I fucking love it, dude. Hold on, my Discord's acting up.
Yeah, but I like how basically the symbolism in The Days My Mother Was There was that within the OST, it kind of symbolized how Futaba was like trapped in her own subconscious of like how she killed her mother, and you can kind of see her, hear her in certain parts of the song, begging to be released from she's basically in a prison of her own thoughts, and she's begging to be escaped within the song.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good, dude. I can't help listening to it over and over again. Dude, this is coming. I play the drums on my free time, so just hearing the fucking drum solo, the drums kick in of the beating hope that she has, and it's just it's ramping up as her like feeling hope, and then once it starts to get up, it gets taken away because the overwhelming fade, it just comes in, but she's still fighting on, she's still pressing on with hope that she will be freed from the burden that she is facing, and it's really up to the protagonist, Joker, to save her. And it's just
my biggest problem with Persona 5 though is the fact that there's not enough saxophone. 0 out of 10 game. I hate it.
I thought you were gonna say there's not enough sex. I was about to say, goddamn, are you really that much of a pervert? Listen, I understand. I would love to see Ryuji piping on from the back and her begging for more, but at the same time, you know.
Wow,
like,
wow.
You
You take what I say, you mishear what I say to be horny on purpose. Wow.
No, you fucking. No. Maybe shut up. But come on, Ryuji's got like a 9 inch. She can't even lie. Come on now. Like, I would be begging for more. Like, goddamn.
Stop now. We're going too far.
I can't wait for this shit to be taken out of context and I look like a pedo. Anyways, though, but yeah, saxophone would have been nice, but honestly, the whole entire OST, it really looks like just the tones for it with, there's a.
Are you there?
What the fuck is this? Yo, Dancing Star Night. Oh, that's so.
Wait, did you really not know about the dancing game?
No, I know about it, but I didn't know it was this good. Holy shit.
What, the people dance in it? You just. What do you think it was?
Honestly, I didn't know it was its own separate game for a long time now.
You're just finding out about that now. I literally have the game.
No. I found out about it like a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I literally have the game. So.
Yeah, but I really love like the tones. Also, on top of that, the palaces. The different palaces and shit, like how the different tones between the palaces and entrance. Like, you have Arc, which I'm gonna say right now is one of the best palace themes. Hot take, yeah, one of the best palace themes. Just due to the whole entire message of soldiers marching, and it's like shoddy, like a melody in my head, and it's like
What?
It's like shoddy, like a melody in my head. Can't keep out. Like, hold on, let me show you guys an Instagram video on Instagram.com. Here, let's see this pose. It's like this. It's like this. Okay, but shit. Okay, but so Akechi's like arc really just goes and shows like the whole entire like standard of like it's a military like it's them versus the world, and this really shows it. Like I kind of like I look at it as like a dictator in a way, like a dictator forcing it, and just the people being unhappy, which the people would be extremely unhappy if he were to finally act out and take over the world.
Yeah.
Or him become president. And Arc really represents that the most. Like, it's like they are trying their best to like stop this shit. It's like do. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking hyperactive like right now after just listening to Mother's Days. But Arc's just really that good, man. I don't really know what else to say.
Yeah.
But then now after hearing that huge upbeat theme, you'll have fucking have the fucking piano. And
Piano. What do you mean?
like the piano to his palace. It's like it's all calm, relaxing. It's just nice and soothing. And then, but it's still playing it in like a more smooth tone. Like you have boom, 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 and then it's like do 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 do, and a nice smoothing melody. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it really just goes
song
to
I
the different times.
a lot of the songs I like generally in Persona are the songs that are like repetitive, but like the battle theme, you already talked about that. I don't really think there's much I can add, but I'm talking about stuff like Beneath the Mask. Like,
oh, Beneath the Mask? Oh yeah, dude, that sounds amazing.
yeah, it's such a good song, and I really like how
Where
it's
have you
reoccurring
been?
song.
I've been searching all along. Your friends on the line, where I've been.
And I can't, unfortunately, I don't really know exactly what it represents. I know it represents something, I just can't put my finger on it.
It's supposed to represent just reflection on everything that's happened.
Yeah, I can see that. Alright, I think that we talked all that I can. I've talked all that I can on this game. I don't really have much else to say.
So to say it, if I haven't sold you on you playing Persona, you should still play Persona because the gameplay is fucking amazing.
Well,
And
you
the
don't know,
story is
you don't
amazing.
know that, but
Shut up.
it is. The gameplay is good. I'll definitely say that. The gameplay is really
And I hope that you play the other Persona games or you watch Persona 5 because, dude.
Not the anime though. Let's clarify that.
No,
Don't watch
if
the
you
anime.
watch the anime, you're a piece of shit.
You're not a piece of shit. You're just really unfortunate. Same
Yeah, you're
with Danganronpa. If you're watching this, don't watch a Danganronpa anime either.
Just, at the end of the day, just don't watch anime adaptations of games. There's not one good anime.
Except Persona 3 the anime. Except Persona 3 the movie and.
That's the movie.
Adaptation.
That's the
still
movie.
that's still an anime adaptation just because it's a movie. And the Persona 4 the animation. That's also pretty good. From what I heard. Alright. You
Well,
guys better
thank you
have a
all.
good day. Oh, shoot,
but the next game that we will be covering is we haven't decided yet.
We might even talk about something completely different, like internet drama.
Oh shit!
I don't want to.
Yo.
If it comes down to it, it comes down to it. But
There's some shit that I want to talk about though with like Leafy is here because if you guys have noticed, Leafy's channel got fucking deleted, and there's a lot of shit I want to say about
my
that.
opinion on that is, his channel shouldn't have been deleted. But like,
We'll
he
talk
was
about it
breaking
when we
terms
get.
of service. So yeah. But all right. Bye guys. You guys have a good day. Or you're just a sensitive.
Bye.